Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today's video is going to be about Jenkinson's Boardwalk, which is a boardwalk in Point Pleasant, New Jersey. This is a nice family-run boardwalk park. I really like this park and I think it's great. I'm going to separate this video into two parts. Half is going to be about my review and what I think of it, and then the other half is whether or not you should go during the pandemic, which is currently happening right now. So I think that this is a great park, especially for families. And it's not just the park. You get a lot of different things. There's mini golf. There's, I think, 4 or 5 different mini golf courses. 3 are by Lighthouse Point. I haven't actually done those. They look kind of cool. But 2 others are at Castaway Cove, which is a Pirates-themed mini golf, which is really cool. I highly suggest it. And if you're going to go do the Crow's Nest, that's the better course, in my opinion. I highly recommend it. I think it's a great mini golf. And then they also have a fun house and a ropes course and a 7D dark ride. Besides from the rides. Oh, and they have arcades, games, and batting cages. So they definitely have a lot of things to do here. And they also have the beach. How could I forget that? So let's just talk about the rides for a little bit. If you're going to enter the boardwalk, I'd recommend going on a Tuesday or a Friday. This is wristband day, and if you want to do a lot of rides, I would buy a wristband. It's unlimited, and it's $22. It's a good price, and it makes a lot more sense than getting credits, which you're going to spend like $50 on credits if you go on like a Wednesday or a Thursday. So definitely recommend going on Tuesday or Friday. So if you enter the park across the train tracks. They have a train at this park. That's pretty cool. I'd recommend that. So you enter the park, and the right side is more of the kiddie rides, more of the babyish rides. So if you're traveling with smaller kids, I'd recommend going on them. And if you go to the left, they have some bigger rides. They have 2 coasters at this park, Tornado, which is a little bit smaller, and Tidal Wave. These are both family coasters. They used to have a Flitzer, which was my favorite ride in the park, but they got rid of that. So that kind of sucks, but moving on from that, if you go to the left, you're going to find rides like the Dizzy Dragons, the Tornado, a Ferris wheel, and a couple of other rides. And if you keep on going left across the train tracks, this is where you're going to find the bigger rides. Bumper cars. They have Moby Dick. This is actually one of my favorite rides in the park, Moby Dick. You get some good airtime on it and some good bladder. I recommend Moby Dick. They have a Himalaya. That's always fun. A pendulum. Small but intense. I like it a lot. A swing ride. It's pretty nice. A tilt-a-whirl. And they have a fun slide and their last coaster, Tidal Wave. Now let's talk about Tidal Wave a little bit. I'm not going to be putting a review on this coaster just because it's very small and it's a kiddie coaster. So you come out of the station, you make a right, and you go up the lift hill. You make a left. It's basically a wacky worm, but with a spinning coaster. You go down like a small little drop, come back up, make another left. And if you're sitting in the back, this drop's actually kind of fun and forceful, because you get like whipped over the drop because it's like a really long car. Then there's a tire brake at the bottom of the drop, which completely slows you down. It feels like kind of like full throttle or something like that. So I really don't like that. But the rest of it, and then you make a right turn, and that's pretty much the ride. You go around like 5 times. So Tornado is pretty much it's a turn, a helix, and back into the station's power coaster. But it's okay. They also have a crazy cabs ride. That's a spinning ride that I do not really like. It spins you around like crazy. It is not the best ride in the park. And they also have one of those Alientron things. It's one of those things that push you up against the wall. I'd not ride that. I've ridden many of these. I find them okay. They're kind of fun. But that's pretty much it for the rides. I think they have a great collection of rides, but that's not all there is to offer. I think if you're going to go here, you should go to the beach too. The beach is huge. They have a big, big beach. I think you should have like a full experience and go to the beach too. And then I'd also recommend the ropes course. The ropes course is really cool. It has a zip line. It has this other cool obstacle. I don't really know how to explain it. You like hang below and then you have to kind of like pull yourself across. It's kind of like a zip line, but it's flat, and you have to pull yourself across. They have one of those things with the spinny thing underneath your feet, and many other obstacles that are pretty cool. Highly recommend the ropes course. Mini golf, I already said I highly recommend that. Funhouse, I think the Funhouse is cool. I think you should do it once and be done. You don't need to spend that much time there. And the games are cool. They have for traditional games, basketball, water gun, what else? Baseball, soccer, football, all those types of games. And darts, of course. So, and ring toss, which you never win. And the arcades, they're pretty good. They have a good collection of arcades too. So if you're gonna go to this park, or this boardwalk, I'm gonna say eat at these two restaurants. One is Jenkinson's Pavilion. It's like a fast food restaurant, and get the pizza. They have the best pizza I've ever had, and I've had some good pizza. So I highly recommend Jenkinson's there. I also recommend for dinner, Jake's Crab House. This is a little bit more on the expensive side, but the crab legs are really good at this place. So, that'll do it for basically this section of the review, and now I'm going to be going into the pandemic section of this review. So, I visited this time during a pandemic, and I was kind of impressed with what they did, but then again, I wasn't impressed with what they did. So they social distance you on the rides, they social distance you everywhere, but the thing I don't get is a family literally walked up to a ride operator on one of the rides, and with no mask, and they're supposed to be wearing masks, and the ride operator said nothing. So I don't really get why they didn't enforce that. I also think on the boardwalk they should require you to wear masks because no one's doing it, no one's keeping a social distance, so beware of that. And it kind of gets worse as the night goes on, so definitely get there early, spend like 3 hours on the beach, something like that, and then hit the rides and stuff. Wristband day is 12 to 6 on Tuesday, and I think like 6 to 12 p.m. or 6 to 12 a.m. on Friday. So, I highly recommend the wristband, and I'd say if you're gonna go here, just expect people not to be wearing the mask, because it's optional on the boardwalk, but it's mandatory in the actual park. So, I'd say it depends what you feel about the virus and all that, but I'm going to leave that decision up to you whether to go or not. On a normal day, I'd say go. It's a fun park. I'm also going to have one at Seaside coming up soon, Casino Pier, which is Seaside Heights. That's another great park. I kind of like that one a little bit better for the rides, but I like the boardwalk here a lot better, and this is a lot better for kids. So that'll do it for Jenkinson's Boardwalk review and /pandemic. So tell me what you thought in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.